Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am shook. I did these nails myself. Can you guys believe it? I want to show you exactly how I did this. So keep watching and also connect with me. Follow me on social media and subscribe for more of my content. So at this point, I have already sized the Gel X tips to my nails, so you can see them down below. So I'm about to go in with the bonder and the primer. You definitely don't want to skip this step or else your nails will pop off, okay? And I like to do 2 coats of each. That's just my personal preference, but I do 2 coats of both the bonder and the primer to make sure my nails adhere really, really well. So I'm going in with both right now. Like, I've learned so much along the way. Like, I've learned when you skip certain steps, you pay for it later. So I make sure I go in really well with both of these. So after I go in with those, I do a coat of the Extend Gel, and I make sure that this coat is very thin because the product itself is quite thick. So I do really thin coats of this. And after I apply this to all of the nails, I just cure for 60 seconds. Now, when I'm doing this, I make sure that I push down toward the cuticle, but I try my best not to get any of this product on the skin. If I were to get any on the skin, I would clean up with some acetone or some alcohol and a small brush. But I just try to go really slow and push down towards my cuticle so that I don't get any on my skin. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and apply my nails to my natural nails. So I'm going in with the Extend Gel and I'm applying it to the tip, and I'm doing a little bit of a pool of the Extend Gel at the bottom or the base of the tip, so that way you will be able to apply it and you'll see that little bit float up to the top of the natural nail. And you want to make sure there's no air bubbles, and then you flash cure for 15 seconds, and then you want to fully cure your entire hand after you apply all of the tips for 1.5 minutes under your large LED lamp. That is a very important step. You want to make sure you do not forget that. Okay, so now I'm going in with my fine carbide bit and I am sealing the cuticle. So what this means is I am removing any excess gel or product that seeped out of the sides while I was applying the tips. And I'm also sanding down the gel tip so that it blends in with my cuticle so that it looks very natural. Okay, so it basically looks as if this tip is my natural nail. It looks as if it's growing out of my cuticle. And so that way when I paint my polish on top, it looks really smooth, it looks really natural. It doesn't give a press on kind of look at all when you do this. And to further that, I actually go in with a little bit of acetone, and I do what they call melting the Gel X tip. So it just further blends the Gel X tip to your natural nail or the base of your natural nail. And I will do a more in-depth video of how I apply the Gel X tips, because when I apply them, I don't apply them straight onto my cuticle. I leave a bit of a gap between my cuticle and the where I apply the tip. I leave a bit of a gap to leave some space so that way when I'm blending and also sanding with my e-bit, it allows for the blend to be a lot more seamless into my natural nail and then also into the nail bed. So it makes it just look really, really good. And these are just the little things I've learned while I've been doing my own nails. You know, I've only been doing my nails since November of 2022, and we are in April of 2023. And so it's just been a short time. I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I actually just want to invite other people who are learning how to do their own nails or who want to save some money at home. I want to invite them to kind of follow along with me on my journey while I do the same thing, because this is something you can definitely do at home. And it helps with your self-care. And honestly, it really allows me to bond with myself. During this time, I watch my favorite shows. I, to have good conversations with people, and it's nice to spend this time consistently with myself. Okay, so after I finish melting the tip with the acetone, I buff out any harsh lines from my e-bit or anything, and also I removed the shine from the tip. So you want to make sure you do this because you want to give your gel polish something to grab onto, because gel polish, if it doesn't have like a rough surface to hold on to, it'll kind of peel off or flake off. So you want to rough up the surface a bit and remove the shine so that your gel polish will adhere to it really, really well. So I'm doing that, and as you can see, there's no more shine. So I am ready to apply my polish. Okay, so I'm using the Apres nude polish. It goes on very sheer, but 2 coats was enough. And this color is called Vintage Carnation. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's like a really beautiful sheer pink nude, and it's so pretty. It was really pretty for what I was going for. And you'll see later with the design that I do, the beautiful pearl design that I add, it just adds a nice accent to this beautiful pink nude. And to be honest, this color stands alone really well. Like, it stands well on its own. It would look just as beautiful with 2 coats just like that. But for some reason, I always have to add something. Like, I always have to add like a little ring finger accent or a little design or something to my nails. I can't just go with naked nails, like I like to call it. It's really hard for me to just not try something new every time. So you guys are going to see that in a bit. But for now, I am just applying the polish. So I do, as you can see, I'm doing like really light strokes. I always have a small brush and a thing of acetone or alcohol beside me so I can clean up. This is super important. This is something I wasn't doing in the beginning because I didn't realize how important it was. But you definitely, before you cure your polish, you have to go in with the small brush and clean out any polish that might have gotten in there. Okay, so I'm using this rhinestone glue by Markart, and you can find it in my storefront if you want to find some really good rhinestone glue that holds stones. And I'm using this to apply these beautiful pearls that I also found on Amazon. So cute, right? So what you do is you apply the rhinestone glue to your nail, and you use a small brush I also got from Amazon. It's in my storefront, and you just use it to just tap the pearls in place. Once you get them where you want to cure, and that's it. Like, it's super easy. I couldn't believe how easy it was. So now I'm going in with this top coat by D&D. I really love this top coat. It goes on amazing, and I apply it to all of my nails, even on top of the pearls that I just applied. And after I apply a thin coat to all of these nails, get that lint out of there. You don't want to cure the lint in there. And then once I apply this to all the nails, I go ahead and cure my whole hand finally for 2 minutes under the LED lamp. And that is just to make sure that everything is nice and firm and dry and holds in place. So I'm going to do that. I'm making sure. It was a little interesting putting this top coat over the pearls, but I managed to make it work. So so I just go ahead and finish applying that top coat and cured my whole hand for 2 minutes. So this is the last step that I never skip. I also learned this watching videos on YouTube and TikTok, but after that final cure, just go ahead and file the sidewalls and the top of your nails just to like sharpen it up, because the gel polish kind of, gets around those sidewalls. And so if you want that like crisp shape, because it looks so bomb afterwards. So if you want that crisp shape, just do a nice file right after you do that final cure. So I'm just kind of cleaning up with alcohol. I have a no wipe top coat that I use. That D&D top coat is a no wipe top coat, but I like to do this anyway. I don't know why. I just like to do it. And I go in with this cuticle oil. So this is just a blend of my favorite oils that I love. I also have a hair care and skincare line that I run with my sister. So I'm thinking of making this into a cuticle oil for our business, but I just blended a few really, really good oils together. And so that's what you see me using to give myself this amazing hand massage. Ooh, hand massages are underrated. I mean, my eyes were rolling in the back of my head when I was giving myself this hand rub. So don't skip this step. This is also important. It really relieves stress and it feels really, really nice. So do not skip this step when you're doing your own manicures. So, yep, I was going in with that oil that I blended together and gave myself a nice rub down. Ooh, and this whole process was so nice. Like I said, I just watched my favorite shows, do my own nails, save some coin, and look at that. Like, look how good that looks. So, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button and let me know what else you want to see. Thank you.